So next week is the release of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in theaters. So I am so ecstatic for the release of the movie that I thought I would make a video about the pops today. Hi guys, I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a top 10 list of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Funko Pops. So let's check it out. So coming in at number 10 on this list is Spider-Woman, and this is a pretty cool looking Funko Pop. I love the detail involved with the like puffy hair and how you can kind of see the strands within it. It's not just like one clump of vinyl plastic. You can actually see the intricate details of the hair. She's got some cool goggles, and then of course got the red bandana. She's got a cool pose. It's not your typical like Funko Pop with arms to the side like you see with older ones. Her arms are like sticking out, and then her legs are also spread apart a little for an action pose, which I do really enjoy this, but I have no personal reaction whatsoever to Spider-Woman, and I don't really know who she is, which is why she's very low on the list. But I thought the Funko Pop was pretty detailed compared to some of even the Miles Morales Pops that are in this set. Coming in at number 9 on this list, it is the GameStop exclusive Gwen Stacy. Now this pop is really cool for even a simplistic human pop. You got the detail of the different color shadings of her hair, where mainly it's blonde, but you do got a bit of brown in between where the roots are, and the touch-ups of pink, which you can see behind her head. She's got a red jacket with a dark red shirt, and she's holding a pair of drumsticks in her hand, which is pretty cool. She's also got some blue jean shorts on with some black leggings, and then some what looks to be Converse All-Star shoes, which this is pretty sweet. I mean, once again, the arms are kind of to the side, but at the same time, she does have the drumsticks holding there, and you don't really need to do much for just a simplistic human version of, in this case, it would be SpiderGwen. So I really like how this pop turned out, and I know a lot of people do enjoy this Funko Pop, so I'm sorry if this is one of your favorites, but in my opinion, it's not one of my favorite pops. Coming in at number 8 on my list is the Spot. Now, I feel like a lot of people might be ticked off and thinking, why would you choose such a simplistic pop like the Spot over a detailed pop like Gwen Stacy? Now, the reason that I chose this pop is because of not how detailed the pop is compared to a pop like Gwen Stacy, but how it was executed to where I really enjoy this. So with this Spot pop, obviously, I think his illusion is that he's supposed to be a spot. I mean, it's all white with different spots, but the execution of this pop is what I enjoy, where basically you have what looks to be some sort of dark hole that he's coming out of, and it's actually used as part of a base to hold up a pop, which I think is genius, because obviously they could have made this pop where it's just a normal arms to the side Funko Pop, except that they actually have one of his legs stuck inside of what is that black hole like type dealio going on, and it's adding as part of its leg and a stand. So I really enjoy that aspect of it, and I can't wait to see the Spot in this movie because he seems like a very interesting character. He or she, I'm not exactly sure about the gender of this character, but it still looks very cool in Funko Pop form. Coming in at number 7 on this list, it is the Marvel Collector's Corps exclusive SpiderGwen. Now, this was a pop that actually came out earlier than the rest of the set, considering you can tell on the top right corner of the box that is number 1091, while the rest of the set normally is like 1200 something, and that's probably because it was supposed to be released earlier than normal, especially the movie, but of course the pandemic happened, and I think it got pushed like a lot of movies in the last couple of years. This is really cool because you kind of have two different characters in one. Obviously, you got Gwen Stacy, which we just talked about in the number 9 spot, but you also get the mix with Spider-Gwen, and unfortunately with the Spider-Gwen pop, she isn't really doing much, while with this, you actually get a cool posing where she's in midair, probably spinning her webs, and then you get a cool head sculpt of Gwen Stacy. So you get Spider-Gwen and Gwen Stacy at the same time with this unmasked Spider-Gwen, and talk about the best of both worlds between both personas. And no, that wasn't intended to be a Hannah Montana joke. Coming in at number 6 on this list is Spiderman India. Now, I really enjoy what this character looks like. It kind of reminds me of the Marvel Luchador Pops that Funko had made, except this one would actually probably sell 10 times better than the 25 Marvel Luchador Pops that Funko ended up producing. And I do love the detail as terms to the mask, because like I mentioned, it does give off that like luchador wrestler feel with the way that the eyes are. You have the purple involved, and then the hair looks really cool too, where it's kind of short on one side, but it's like flopped over to the other. And then even the outfit just screams out luchador wrestler, which I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is. I don't entirely have enough knowledge as terms to like reading the comics for these characters, but the way that this looks is pretty cool. I wish though that this pop was in a different stance instead of a more basic stance, which is why it's kind of in the middle of the list, although I felt like if it had a cool stance, it probably would have been higher on this list because of the detail involved with the outfit. Coming in at number 5 on my list is the Walmart exclusive Scarlet Spider. Now, I really enjoy the way that this Funko Pop looks. I love the way that they pulled off the eyes here because it's very uniquely different compared to a lot of not only Funko Pop eyes, but just Spider-Man mask eyes in general. You do stay true with like the Spider-Man colors as terms to black, red, and blue, and I do like the whole torso outfit where it's mainly blue, but you do got a Spider-Man logo, and you got the typical this kind of pose, and I think that's pretty decent, and that's also one reason why I like this pop better than the Spider-Man India is because at least if the Spider-Man India pop had some sort of similar pose like this Scarlet Spider, I think that the Spider-Man India would have shot up a little bit higher compared to this pop. Coming in at number 4 on this list is Spider Bite. Now, I really like the idea of what this character seems to be, and that is more of like a computer techie, like digital version of Spider-Man. Especially you can kind of tell, obviously with the name Spider Bite, you can see in the hair design and how it's very pixelated, which is really cool. And then you have kind of like the lines going on there as another streak of hair. It's partially braided, which is cool. And especially what I really like is how like skinny the arms are compared to normal Funko Pop arms. I think that's very unique, but if you were to have this pop out of box, I would assume you have to be very careful because it's at big risk of possibly breaking, and of course, you don't want your Funko Pops breaking. But I do like the whole design of the outfit and how it's mainly blue instead of mainly red like you normally see with Spider-Man suits. It's a very cool, unique take on a Spider-Man character, and I am excited to see what this character is like in the Across the Spider-Verse movie. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the Medieval Vulture. Now, I'm just going to assume that this is going to be one of the main antagonists of the movie, considering that obviously if you are a Spider-Man fan, you know of the Vulture, but now we have Medieval Vulture, which may be a different take on that. I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. I really like the overall detail, especially with the simplistic bird-like mask. I mean, you got some hair coming down the side, and especially you have a really nice detailed set of wings going on there, and then you have the attire, which is just 2 different shadings of colors, one being brown and one being white. So I really like this take of Vulture in this movie, and once again, and I'm probably going to mention it a lot, I can't wait to see what this character is like in the movie. Coming in at number 2 on my list is the glow-in-the-dark Entertainment Earth exclusive Spider-Man 2099. Now, besides of course Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, my favorite version of Spider-Man is Spider-Man 2099. I was always a fan of what the outfit looked like compared to your ordinary Spider-Man suit. Just the fact that you have mainly blue, and then like the different way of how they made the eyes compared to what you normally see with the Spider-Man mask eyes is really cool. And the fact that Spider-Man 2099 is featured in this movie just has a lot of fans excited. And I do like this pop because it's in a bit of a posing compared to the common one, plus you get the aspect of glow in the dark. And sometimes blue might not be the greatest, but maybe the red pops out really well when it comes to glow in the dark. But nonetheless, glow in the dark or not, I really enjoyed this pop. And now coming at number 1 on my list is the Funko Shop exclusive SpiderPunk. Now, I really debated on wanting to put Spider-Man 2099, the glow-in-the-dark version that's number 2 on this list, as my number 1 favorite because of the fact that I really do enjoy Spider-Man 2099. But the detail with SpiderPunk is what drove this pop to the number 1 spot. I mean, you got the Liberty Spike style mohawk, the way they pulled off the eyes and how you can kind of see the black pouring down the face is really cool. It's kind of staying true to the Spider-Man look as terms to the mask, but then the outfit is just very punk rockish with what looks to be like a denim jacket or like a leather vest of some sort. You got the different arm posings, and then of course the guitar behind him, which I kind of want to know what the guitar actually looks like out of box, not gonna lie. And then of course the posing that's involved where it looks like it's in some sort of like jumping pose or flying pose, which a lot of people were excited about the release of this pop. I mean, the original one they made as a previews exclusive was really cool, but this one exceeds the expectations and exceeds the details of that pop, making it a much better version of SpiderPunk, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed my top 10 list of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Funko Pops, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.